Hey guys, I'm working on this 2012 Honda CR-V. Going to show you how to do an oil and filter change. I'm also going to be replacing the air filter and then the cabin air filter as well. First thing you're going to want to do is go ahead and pop the hood here. Once you get your hood open and propped, go ahead and locate your oil fill cap here. Go ahead and twist that off. So I'm going to show you how you can do this without having to jack it up. I just took a peek under there and there should be plenty of room to crawl under there, remove the drain plug and oil filter. But if you guys want to, you can go ahead and jack this up just to get you a little more room. And then if you decide to jack it up, you can come over here to the passenger front side, locate this little jack point right here, and you can go ahead and jack it up there. And then if you want to, you can put a jack stand right on the pinch weld there. So go ahead and crawl underneath the front here. And then we need to get right into that area there. Get yourself a drain pan that will hold at least 4.2 quarts. So normally there would be a little hatch door right in this area here. As you can see on this vehicle, it's missing it, but there's going to be a total of 4 screws holding that on. So you'll want to go ahead and remove that little hatch door there. And then as you can see, this is going to be our drain plug here. And let me move my camera so you can see the oil filter. And so just kind of right above that, you can see the blue filter here. That's going to be your oil filter. So go ahead and get your drain pan ready here. And let's go ahead and break this drain plug free. That's going to be a 17 millimeter. So just kind of get that broken free first, and then we'll get our pan under here all the way. Once you get that broken free, you can usually undo this by hand. And then just watch yourself. I did go ahead and drive this vehicle around a little bit just to get the oil kind of warm. I find that easier. That way the oil flows out a lot faster. So go ahead and pull your plug here. And then we'll go ahead and let that drain. So once that gets done draining and it's down to just a little drip there, you can go ahead and replace your drain plug here. Go ahead and screw that in. Get your pan out of the way a little bit here. We'll go ahead and tighten that up. I'm just going to get it nice and snug. If you guys want to, you can use a torque wrench. And the torque for this is going to be 30 foot-pounds. So just get that kind of nice and snug and you should be good. And then just wipe off any excess oil here. Next, we'll go ahead and get the oil filter off. Let's see if I can just unscrew this by hand. That'll be the easiest. If not, we'll have to use a filter wrench on it. I like to just get a rag around it. Try to unscrew that. And as you can see, that one is on there pretty good. So it looks like I need to use some pliers. So take you a pair of oil filter pliers, or you can use this cap style. The cap style goes on the bottom of the filter there, and then you put a ratchet in it, and you can spin it loose. Pretty much all we need to do is just kind of break it free. So try and get on there. And just twist it. You can see I did a little twist there. Like I said, it's just getting it broken free, and then the rest you should be able to spin off by hand here. So you can see now it's loose. So get your pan under here. And now another thing you can do, because once we start spinning this off, you're going to get oil all over your hand. What I like to use is just an old cup here. You can get on the filter there like that, and if you just kind of squeeze this cup while spinning, the oil filter will drop down into that cup and won't make a mess all over your hand. So you can hear, well, that didn't work too well. Thought maybe that would work a little better, but it didn't. So let me just get this out of here. So you can see oil leaking off the filter there. Go ahead and unscrew it the rest of the way here. And go ahead and let that kind of drain there. So really quick here, let's just take a look at the parts. So the guy I'm doing this for, I think he pretty much got all this off Amazon. I'll leave links in the description for it. But the oil we're going to be using is the Castrol Edge High Mileage 0W20. This is a 5-quart jug. I believe this takes right around 4.2 quarts, but we'll double check. And the oil filter is going to be this Fram Ultra Synthetics XG7317. And then the cabin air filter is going to be a Fram CV10134. And the air filter we're going to put in is the Fram Ultra Air 11258. So what you want to do is grab your new oil filter. Go ahead and pull that out of the box here. And then we're going to need to lubricate this gasket right here. And make sure this gasket came off with the old filter. If not, it'll be stuck there on the oil filter housing. So you want to make sure that comes off. Go ahead and open up your oil here. Just going to dip my finger down into the oil jug here. Get some of that fresh oil. And then just put a light coat on this gasket right here. Now we're ready to install the filter. So like I said, go ahead and double check where the oil filter screws on. Just make sure that gasket's off of there. And you can also just kind of wipe off the housing there. Grab your new filter. I'm gonna go ahead and screw that on. And you want to just get this hand tight is all. Don't need to get a wrench or anything on that. Just get it hand tight and you'll be good. It's right there. And then just go ahead and wipe off any excess oil that was left behind here. And then you'll want to go ahead and get your little cover on. If you had one, go ahead and put that back on and you should be good underneath here. So now we can begin to fill. Go ahead and grab a clean funnel here. And I just want to show you guys. So I double checked in the owner's manual here. And you can see engine oil change capacity, including filter, is going to be 4.2 US quarts. So probably what I'll do is I'll start out with 4 quarts. We'll start it and then we'll let it drain back down in the pan. We'll check it and we'll see if we need to add that 4.2. Also, if you take a look here, you can see the drain plug torque there is going to be 30 foot-pounds. And if you take a look at the oil fill cap as well, you can see that calls for 0W20. So go ahead and start filling. Like I said, I'm going to start out with 4 quarts and then we'll check it because you never want to overfill the oil. Okay, so right there, that should be right at about 4 quarts or so. So go ahead and pull your funnel. We'll stick our oil cap back on for now. So now let's go ahead and start it. You can see our oil pressure light down there at the bottom just went out. And then with it running, go ahead and crawl underneath here. Just make sure you're not leaking any oil, and that all looks good. So now we'll go ahead and shut this off. We'll give this a few minutes. We'll let that oil drain back down in the pan there so we can get an accurate reading. But while we wait for that to drain back down, let's go ahead and turn the key again here to the second position, but do not start the engine. We're gonna go ahead and reset the oil life light. So what you're gonna do is just go ahead and click on this and scroll through until you find the oil life there. You can see it's at 60%. And then you're gonna go ahead and hold this button down. And you can see it start to blink now. Once that starts blinking, go ahead and let off, and then you're gonna go ahead and press it down and hold again. You can see right there, 100%. So then you can just go ahead and scroll back to that, and we should be good on that. And then while we wait for that oil to drain back down, let's go ahead and get the air filter replaced here. So what you're gonna do is you see these little metal tabs there, like this one in the back. What you're gonna do is just go ahead and pop that off. You got one right here as well. And then there's one right here by the battery, kinda. Just go ahead and pop those 3 off. Then what you're gonna do is kind of slide this towards the passenger side because you got these little grooves that it sits in on the driver's side. As you're lifting up, kind of slide that towards the passenger side there. And then you can go ahead and get this out of the way. Grab your air filter here. And you can can see that one's pretty dirty. And then go ahead and grab your new air filter. Go ahead and set that in. And if yours is really dirty here, you got a bunch of dirt and debris, go ahead and vacuum that out. This one still looks pretty good. So make sure that kind of sits in there the way it should. Then you can go ahead and get this put back on here. And you want to get under these little tabs here. So kind of tilt downward and then slide them in. Just like that. Go ahead and latch all your clips here. Same with this one. That's all there is to the air filter. Next, let's go ahead and do the cabin air filter now. So for the cabin air filter, it's going to be behind the glove box here. So go ahead and open that up, bring this down. And if you take a look here, let me zoom in. So you can see you got this little hook here. So what you're going to do is just press that like kind of downward. And this will unclip here. So you can see that's undone right there. And then what you're going to do is squeeze in on both sides of the glove box here. It's just kind of a thin plastic here. Now, if you got a bunch of stuff in here, you may want to just kind of pull this out really quick, because once you bring that down, all this stuff's probably going to fall out on you. So just squeeze these two in like that. So you can see these little tabs here, that just kind of holds it in there. So then you can drop this down, and that's our cabin air filters. So let me reposition my camera. So our cabin air filter is going to be right in here. If you notice these arrows right here, that's telling you to push in on these two tabs here. So go ahead and press in with both of those, and then just kind of pop this cover off. And then if you notice, there's an airflow going downward, so you want to make sure you get the new filter put back in. You can also see it on this old filter here. So go ahead and pull that out. And you can see this one wasn't too bad. It did have some debris in it though. Grab your new cabin air filter, and again, pay attention to right here. You can see airflow is pointing downward, so match that up to that. Slide that in there. Grab your cover here, and you're just going to pop that on just like that. And then you can go ahead and get your glove box back into place and just kind of push it in, and it kind of latches itself there. And then you can go ahead and latch this hook again. So you may have to just kind of pull on down on it, get it into that position there, and then just press up and it kind of clicks into place. And then you can close your glove box. And that's all there is to the cabin air filter. So now let's go ahead and check our level. So locate your oil dipstick right here, this orange one. Pull that out. And you're just going to give it a good wipe for the first time here. Make sure that's nice and clean. Stick it back down in there. Pull it back out. And then we're going to check our level here. So hopefully my camera zooms in here, but you can see, so we want to be right at the top of this second dot here. And you can see we're just a little bit above the first one there. So we do need to add probably about that 0.2. I think I was a little less, so maybe just a little more, but that'll bring us up to the 4.2 quarts. Go ahead and pull your cap back off. Go ahead and fill this up. So I'll go ahead and let that drain back down in, and then we'll check it one more time here in a few minutes. All right, so it's been a few minutes here, so let's go ahead and check our level now. See if we're good. Wipe that off. Put it back down in there. Pull it out. And if you take a look here, hopefully my camera zooms in there. But you can see the shiny portion there, so you can see we're right up to that top dot. So that is spot on, perfect right there. So right at 4.2 quarts. So we're good on our oil level. So you can go ahead and stick that back down in there. Get your funnel out of here. Go ahead and put your cap back on. And that's all there is to it. All right, guys, so that's going to wrap up the video. Again, this was a 2012 Honda CR-V. Went ahead and changed the oil and filter, along with the air filter and also the cabin air filter. Really simple job to do on these cars. Takes you maybe 15-20 minutes at the most. So I hope this video helps you out. If it does, why don't you hit that subscribe button, check out all my other videos, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.